Team, I think he deserves another hand. You've just seen the world premiere there. It's the first public screening. We've got 10 minutes to say, if we don't fill it all then, if we don't cover everything, there's plenty of time later.
Okay.
So how did it come about then? I'll sit a bit opposite you rather than beside you.
Can I bring up someone?
Yeah, Brad, yeah, come on.
Nah, that's a full do it yourself.
Do it yourself, I'm not going on.
Oh, come on! What were you on then?
It's alright, we'll guide you through it, it's alright. If you come
Okay.
up, I'll ask you another question.
Okay, alright. How did it come together? Well, the co-director, Mark Callum, he's the one that wrote it and he couldn't turn up today. So he approached me and we've worked together before on other projects and he asked me if I'd like to work with him again but this time not working for other people, but on our own film this time. And I said, okay, how would you want to do it? How would you want to work? And he says, right, I've got this script and it's inspired by true stories. So we were like, okay, all right, I'll follow through. Let's see what you got. And he threw the script at me and said, yeah, here it is. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm in, because it looks like there's substance here. It's different. And he says, right, I want you to do all the technical side and the visuals and the camera stuff, because he's more of the theatrical and the actors and the whole script writing, sorry.
Well, it's unusual to have two directors. Did that cause any conflict?
It is actually. We didn't have any conflict at all. We were really cautious before we even started. We were like, right, we've both had experiences before where it's not worked. We've seen it right in front of our faces where two directors and it's just not worked at all. So he said, all right, if we respect each other's abilities and leave it at that, then it'll work. So on the day we gelled really well. He managed all the actors, and I did all the visuals and the camera side. So I was telling the crew what to do and such. So that really works well. And after that we thought we've got something here. We'll have to start a new film.
And before we talked about the film, I should have asked you to say you're a recent graduate from where?
I'm a recent graduate from Salford University, doing media and performance. Recent as in like just this year, July. Before that it was all work for student films and other people. This is my first actual venture where it's independent and myself.
Okay, any questions from the floor?
Makes it easy for me.
Well, actually, I'm gonna not make it easy for you.
I knew you would.
I'm just curious, what have you got planned next then? Because that's documentary style-esque. Kind of like an episode of Bill, which I liked. Yeah. But what are you going to watch next? Is it more fantasy? Is it more fiction? Or
exactly.
Is it more documentaries, kind of like that, or true story?
This was very in one room, isolated, very tight and close. So we thought, right, we're going to have to go really big for the next one. So we're actually going for like an action flick next. Very brutal and Hollywood-esque this time. So we've got like a car chase, and that's all I have to say.
Yeah. Right.
We're good.
And how much did it cost to make?
This one?
Yes, everyone always likes to ask that question. Maybe secret.
All right. In all honesty, £200.
Oh,
okay. Not bad. Not bad. 200 quid's worth. Any other questions, gentlemen?
Was that your third year piece?
No, at all. This was independent, fully independent.
Yeah. But the actors, did you get them through the university?
No. The actors are independent as well. They're working actors. The actors were all handled and casted by Mark himself. So I got the crew in. He got the actors in.
Anyone else?
Hi.
I was just wanted to know what it was shot on.
Shot in a 550D, two of them, with the kit lens.
Right.
For the less technical amongst you, that's a still camera that has a video facility, and of course, when Canon accidentally put live view onto their 35mm cameras to help photographers, they accidentally created a revolution in the filmmaking industry, as those of you who make films know, because basically, how much do those cameras cost?
Back when I got them, they were about 800. Now they've gone much cheaper.
Well, for about £700 or £800, you can get the level of quality that formerly you had to get probably about 80 or 90,000 pound camera. So it's really liberated filmmakers to be able to create stuff at a higher level of quality. But of course, quality doesn't necessarily mean the actual story's any good.
Can
I
I
have to say, I thought that was pretty good.
Can I add that quality of the film doesn't sell the actual quality of the camera that you can bring
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It definitely
It
doesn't.
looks like it upgraded to certain
We have
grittiness.
certain, we basically we wanted that horrible, sickly, grainy feel because of the film itself. It's not a nice story, so we wanted that kind of. We didn't want it to feel good, so that's why I upgraded it really nastily and
Just raw.
very raw. Yeah, it is very raw, which is why the next film is going to be vastly different. Yeah.
Well, in 3.5 days in August, I looked at 314 films that have been entered into this year's Cornwall Film Festival, and I tell you, it was a bit of a marathon. And judging that and judging 10 years of films, I would put that as a, if we'd had that in the festival, we would have been very pleased to screen it, very pleased indeed, because it was quite imaginative, a story well told, and it had a good script. And speaking technically again, it's much easier to do things technically better now, but it's still just as difficult as ever to tell a story well. So I think you're doing a great job. Thank you very much.
Thank you.